What do you mean I lie?
Oh, I just love the look of glistening green grass. You know the green I'm talking about. Moist with sprinkler water, reflecting the radiance of the sun. In that regard, Louisiana's grass is in a class of its own. Just picture it. On a clear summer day, a cold beer in one hand,
What do you mean the
gazing
squirrel
out
stole his
from
truck
your
too?
porch onto the garden you're so proud of. This is the life. Doesn't get much better than this. That's how you feel. A well-kept garden and a cold beer, the ultimate combination. They go hand in hand, just like hot dogs and sporting events. But that grass, it's got a bit of a nerve to it. It doesn't matter how
Why is grass a cancer or parasite?
it'll always keep coming back and turn your eyes away for a bit. And that's when it'll really sprout up. Up until last week,
I wish they had gotten Cason's original actor.
pruned and balanced, symmetrical and pristine. But you wake up the next morning and you can't even stand to look at what it's become. That's why people work so hard to cut their grass. Like it's some ordeal they've been tasked with by the big man in the sky. Oh,
Yeah, that's true.
and it never ends. Understand me, Zach? If you want to stop cutting your grass, well, you need to either submit to its growth or force it to wither. That's all humans can really do. Hard work never really gets you anywhere in the big picture. Nothing but wasted efforts. You following me here? Now just be honest with yourself. Be honest, Francis Zach Morgan.
There he is. Welcome back.
Howdy, Zach. So we meet again. Such a touching reunion. Like a little boy who was given up for adoption, finally reuniting with his true parents. Look, even little Willie here is beside himself with joy.
Kason!
Why do I still have...
Oh dear.
Damn it! I'm gonna kill you! Hey, let her go! What the hell's gotten into you?
What the fuck?
Jeez, are you okay?
Well, according to the director, Willie's controlling Kason. Willie is Kason's handler who gives him all his missions and rules.
That should do it. Well, no turning back now. How should we clean this up?
I'm searching the room.
I gotta find out where Thompsonville is. Why is there a rat with a tree growing out of it?
This room is pure insanity. But I can't let it shake me. Why did you come here, Aaliyah? Remember the real reason you decided to investigate Morgan's house in the first place. We came here to find a missing girl. Come on, Agent Jones. I know you're hiding something.
What are you talking about?
You've been watching him for 4.5 years, haven't you? Can you really stand here and tell me that you never saw a single one of the strange signs I'm picking up on now?
What signs?
Deadly premonitions, preparations for kidnapping or terrorist activities, sexual depravity, violent tendencies, self-mutilation, or even just contacting a specific person periodically.
Nope, nada. He doesn't fit any of that. You think I'd really ignore something that obvious? I may be a schlub, but I'm still an FBI agent.
Then why didn't
I've
you
heard the
do
word schlub in,
anything
like,
about this
ever.
room? Or did you merely choose to ignore his abnormal proclivities?
You want to know what I did? I did my damn job. End of story. I was outside the entire time. How do you expect me to notice a room like this from out there? It's as simple as that. At least it was, until you dragged me into this whole mess. Don't blame me just because your big investigation ended up leading nowhere.
Then tell me the truth. After seeing this room, can you really say that man is in his right mind? He kept this room a total secret from you for over 4.5 years. No normal human is capable of such a feat. Only a true genius.
Well,
Or a true monster. Can you really guarantee that he won't try anything if we just let him go here?
Well,
Then you need to help me. Find some sort of evidence that we can use to make him reveal what he's plotting.
okay.
Photograph of Patricia Clarkson. I thought she was imprisoned right here in this room, but there was no one here. Where could she be then? Daniel Clarkson. The file said his only real talent was his ability to pick up women. But when I spoke with him in the warehouse, he seemed dignified, like a truly accomplished man. Marrying into the Clarkson family must have put him through a lot.
I can see it.
Why do you think Jethro here survived?
Why?
I mean, doesn't he look like the kind of guy who'd die first in a horror movie?
Because he wasn't the
He
blood
married
relative.
into the Clarkson family. He didn't possess Clarkson blood, so he had nothing to do with Helena Doman's plan.
The blood purge thing? But if that was all there was to it, then Helena Doman wouldn't have killed anyone but Clarksons. Yet a ton of the Clarkson gang members died, along with Sheriff Woods. Doesn't add up.
She did whatever it took to achieve her goals. She'd kill if the plan required it. But killing people outside of the Clarkson family was never her ultimate goal was to cut off the Clarkson bloodline. Maybe he was always meant to be an assistant to the goddess of fertility.
What, like a servant?
He was the kind of person who was most in his element when he had someone to serve. Even afterwards, he let Patricia take over the estate, while he became her assistant. As soon as
Interesting.
he settled into his role, the townspeople started to respect him. Now they practically revere him, and he's even earned himself a nickname, One-Armed Danny.
So
Interesting.
you think his life played out exactly the way Professor R planned it to go? Talk about tragic.
Dude, that's kind of sad.
I was so
Oh,
positive,
Patricia.
but she isn't here. There is something about this room, though. Agent Jones, what do you think?
I'm not as
The
smart
rat?
as you. Why are you even asking me?
Are you hiding something?
Of course not. Knock it off. Me? Hiding something? Ha! Come on.
Yeah, he's
I got
hiding
nothing
something.
to hide.
Yeah, you're absolutely hiding something, jackass.
I thought I would find, but I was wrong. This room is only filled with photos of people related to the case and the handiwork of a madman. Feels like I'm wandering through a heavy mist. Why is Morgan showcasing those women's photos? And that bed. Is this supposed to be the altar from the site where Lise Clarkson's body was found? Why would he want to replicate that inside of his own home? There's no way this man is sane.
Because he's been trying to figure out for years. I'm guessing. He's been trying to figure it out for years. That's all I can tell you.
Why did Lise have to die first?
Do you find something? And thank you, Shadow. Is that a rat or a squirrel?
What is this?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Sheriff Melvin Woods. I never met him myself, but his face makes him look like a very nice guy. His background in childhood didn't have any red flags either, yet we're supposed to believe that he was one of the masterminds behind that entire incident? If you loved someone from the bottom of your heart, would you ever be able to marry someone else?
Whoa, what are we talking about?
I never heard of any kind of motive like that in any other murder case. I just keep feeling like we're being fed a story that he made up in his mind.
True. Honestly, without having experienced what that's like, I can't really say what I'd do. But I'd never try and force love to happen, if it didn't seem like it was meant to be. There are 3.5 billion women on this planet. There's got to be more than one specific person who anyone can fall deeply in love with.
But what if we were
Agreed.
talking about pizza, not women? You just discovered the perfect ultimate pizza, but you aren't allowed to take even a single bite unless you kill someone for the cook.
Have you ever loved someone with all your heart?
What kind of person do you take me for?
That's my line.
No. Yes. Does no one notice the bag of seeds on his door?
The one who took her in after the incident was Daniel Clarkson, the next in line to succeed the Clarkson family. He's the one that ended up raising her from that point onwards. Isn't fate strange? In the end, two people who were completely unrelated by blood ended up inheriting that house.
Yeah, you're right. But sometimes I wonder, what is family anyway? Go back
Depends.
far enough,
Really
we're
does.
all strangers to one another. We're talking countless generations, marriages and birth, you know.
Humans love to deify the rules they create. It's almost like that's been an unwritten law from the very start. This room paints such a bizarre picture, but upon closer look I can see some strange sort of pattern to it all. Was Morgan trying to recreate something with all this? If so, there must be a reason for all of these weird and hideous things.
Red rope.
You sure it's okay to press that?
Won't know until we try.
Hey, it's Woodstock.
Dude, you're too
Look,
young for
A
Woodstock.
peace sign. Love and peace, man.
No, it's the tree sign.
Even I can figure out what this is from. It's Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Grateful Dead, and Led Zeppelin. But I shouldn't have to explain it to a music nut like you, right?
That isn't a peace mark. It's upside down. You don't need to be a music nut to see that.
Who says that's the top part? If you're looking from Lisa's head, this is the top part, making it a big, fat peace mark.
No, this is the ground.
Where's your proof?
The red seeds. Seeds go in the ground, right? That makes this wall the bottom. Lisa's head is clearly at the top. Period. Also, Agent Jones. Led Zeppelin never played at Woodstock.
Yeah.
Galena Clarkson went to California to become an actress, but things never took off for her, so she eventually returned home. Then she murdered her own daughter and ended up like this. Where did she go wrong?
She did manage to appear in a few movies, right?
Not as any characters with
I'm kind of
actual
curious what movie she
names,
appeared in. I'm pretty
and
sure it's
never with
porn.
much clothes on.
So that's the only value
Yep,
they
I was
saw
right.
in her, huh? Sorry, that was insensitive.
It's an everyday occurrence in that world. She was also bullied a lot.
Bullied?
They'd cut up her costumes, her scripts, and even her own clothes, everywhere she went.
Why?
Then, after 3 years of that, her stylist chopped off a chunk of her hair. By accident.
Are you kidding me?
I did a little investigating on this.
Maybe she was
In
just a
the
bad
end,
actor.
A self-titled big cheese producer tricked her. She almost ended up going into porn.
Oh, okay.
Not hard to imagine what would have happened after that.
One witness said that after returning to Le Carré, she refused to use scissors to cut anything. I've seen the bedrooms of countless violent criminals, but this one is on a completely different level. It's beyond insane.
Whoa.
What's that?
A hunting trophy, a brown bear, with a dragonfly eye patch.
Why is it smoking a cigar?
It's probably supposed to represent Philip J. Clarkson's body.
And the elk is?
Helena Doman.
So that's why it's got such good taste in fashion. And this one is
Yes.
Galena Clarkson?
Why did he
family
want to
tree.
line up corpses that were killed in different places, all together in a single room?
He created a family tree.
Red seeds? He's representing a human with a hunting trophy made from an animal. I feel like I'm looking at a piece of modern art done in really bad taste. She planned a string of murders all in order to restore the Clarksons to their former glory, right?
Yeah. According to Morgan's story. Matches up with the files, too.
But the only proof of that is the confession she privately gave to Morgan just before she died. Galena Clarkson was also murdered immediately after she confessed. Don't you think it's all a little too convenient?
Well, story-wise, yeah.
And the sacrifices. None of the FBI's official records contain an example of an actual human sacrifice. Aside from the cases that Francis Zach Morgan handled, that is.
There are tons of examples of animal sacrifice, though. And remember the witch hunts back in the Middle Ages?
Meaning?
And later.
Meaning, there are always exceptions to the rule. And Morgan alluded to the existence of some sort of journal, right? I think he said he read it in Professor R's lab. If we could find that,
Yeah, what happened to that journal?
maybe this would all become easier to swallow.
The report didn't mention anything about a journal. And if it truly did exist, it surely would have been submitted as evidence, unless he tried to cover it up on purpose. Or
Unless the journal never
Okay,
existed in the first place.
exactly.
Interesting.
Anna Graham. The first victim of the Greenvale case. Her body was found hanging from a tree,
I like how they show all the old
like a
characters using the
goddess
old
being
graphic style.
worshipped in a sanctuary. Meanwhile, Lise Clarkson was found on the bank of a river in an area that had been fashioned into an altar. The person who gruesomely ended the life of that young woman must be brought to justice.
I completely agree. They both still had their whole lives ahead of them.
The Le Carré case and the Greenvale case. According to my investigation, the one key that links both cases is Francis Zach Morgan. But if we look at the cases from his point of view, we see one more connection. The red seeds are also present in both cases. I believed that he was the one who brought them to both towns.
Oh, fuck you.
Maybe... No. Never mind. When Helena Doman attacked the estate, he just happened to be somewhere else. Whether it was through luck or simple coincidence, that's how he managed to survive. When Helena Doman returned home, someone must have let her inside.
You think that was her brother-in-law, Daniel?
I don't know.
Well, alligators
I'm kinda
did
curious how
chomp
he
his
got
arm
in,
off.
too.
He probably had it in for old man PJ too. But, you know, I don't think he had anything to do with this.
Why not?
You're making it out to be more complicated than it really is. That's always the problem with people like you. Too smart for your own good.
Just get to the point.
Overthinking, yes, I can see that.
Professor R marched straight through the front door to the mansion. She arrived right at her destination using the quickest route possible without having to undergo a single security check.
I know. My question is, how was she able to do that?
Because she's family. It doesn't matter if PJ disowned her. He never stopped loving his son. A father would never abandon his child, no matter how much they fail to fulfill his
Bullshit.
expectation. That's what being a parent is all about. Don't
Not
look at me
every
like that.
parent,
I
but-
know. I don't have a son myself, but I have a father. He's still back in my hometown, managing the printing plant my grandfather started. He'll be turning 80 soon. He wanted me to take over the place, but as you can see, I'm out here. But I know how this whole thing works. Even though I haven't seen him in forever, the minute I go home, he'll welcome me with warm, open arms.
Yeah, exactly, Kafka. I know exactly what you're talking about. There are some massively shitty parents out there.
He was taught how to rule as a child, never confided in anyone, and married for purely political reasons. Then he prospered so much that he became powerful enough to rule an entire town on his own. But in the end, his own child betrayed him and ended his entire clan in a series of violent deaths. If that was your life, how would you look back on it?
Yeah, beats me. I wasn't born into a rich family, nor was I ever taught how to rule. And for what it's worth, I've also never knocked up a young ex-actress. But I guess the one thing we can say is that any good life needs balance. Get too hung up on one thing and you lose sight of everything else. And if
That's
you
the truth
betray
right there.
someone,
Just balance, period.
you'll get betrayed too.
No worries, Brisk. No worries. It's that. It seems like it's just a problem out there because I have no upload issues. There's nothing telling
Someone
me that
thinks
the
they
uploads
can
are a problem.
step
right
all
now.
over people and then live out the rest of their life in peace. They're fooling themselves.
Try turning it down to a lower quality.
We always get to see how those people end up in our line of work. In the end, they die horrible deaths. That is why pizza is the only thing I trust. Pizza never betrays you.
I already had pizza today, thanks to you. No, I'm
This
not getting
case
either.
took place in Lucare and centered around the Clarksons. Oppressive authority, cross purposes, madness, and love. But Katrina took the truth along with many innocent lives and buried it all at the bottom of the swamp. But there's one truth that can never be washed away. This all started with the death of a young girl. Everyone thinks that the principal thing to the tree is the fruit. But in point of fact, the principal thing to it is the seed. Now I know why Lise Clarkson was murdered first. Lisa's death was Professor R having second thoughts. According to Morgan, her plan was to perform parricide and filicide, then commit suicide. Those were the 3 deaths necessary to complete the ritual, remember? Which means she
Never heard
technically could
parricide.
have killed Patricia first. That would have been the best way to delay any interference from the Clarksons themselves. The reason she didn't kill Patricia first is because Lena was actually following a different plan inside her own mind. Or perhaps she merely changed her plan as she followed through with it. At some point, new emotions started to take root within her. She had second thoughts about something. And in order to shake those off, she used Galena to kill Lise first, in order to cut off any possible escape. But that only made her plan move ahead quicker than she could have ever imagined, which forced her to rush right up to the end with those misgivings always in the back of her mind.
Huh? Wait, hold on. Yeah, you lost me. What are you talking about?
I'm kind of curious too. What are you talking about?
In other words, At some point, Helena Doman decided that she wanted to make Patricia the next heir. The blood purge wasn't for the
Oh.
goddess of fertility. It was for their daughter, Patricia.
Wait, are you saying Helena knew from the start that Sheriff Woods would die with Candy?
That's the only explanation I can think of.
Huh.
Remember,
That's awesome. Thank
this
you.
is only assuming that everything Morgan told us was true. Until I can trust that man, this is all nothing more than conjecture.
Considering how insane this all is, it sounds perfectly believable to me.
You okay, buddy? Hungan!
Francis Zach Morgan. Remember me?
Good to see you, buddy. Yes.
Oh, cat got your tongue. Understood. You know
Nice
why
snake,
I'm here,
man.
don't you? Surely you must know what this means.
They should have animated it more,
To
though.
commemorate our reunion, allow me to give you another oracle. The contract, once signed, will last for eternity. But only in the presence of true love. Did you
Okay.
hear that? Good.
Did he just say that I'm Patricia's true love and that...
It's been a while since I felt this. You know, there's hardly anyone in this era who can see me like you can.
Interesting.
And they've been dropping like flies since you first came to see me. Breaks my heart.
I love his makeup.
We
It looks
don't have
amazing.
much time. Do you have any questions for me? Excellent. You pass. You haven't changed, Francis Zach Morgan. But that question isn't for me to answer. Go and see it with your own eyes.
All right, we're going back to Louisiana 15 years
time's up.
later.
We'll have to finish this during our next reunion.
The hell? Good morning.
Oh, this is bad.
Patricia's been found. Escape without
Agent
hostage.
Jones,
Whereabouts
what
unknown.
is this referring to?
Avery Smith kidnapped Patricia Clarkson and escaped.
Avery Smith? The vault manager? Why would he kidnap Patricia? Tell me what's going on right now.
Well,
Answer me, Jones.
I made a deal with Morgan. Back when he took me to the bathroom.
What? What?
Morgan said something
There's
to
the
me.
fear.
If we want to find Patricia, we need to look at Avery Smith.
Have you lost your mind?
What he said made sense. Ever since 2005, Avery's been working deep inside that cold storage warehouse. He was also arrested in the past for getting too friendly with Lise Clarkson. And after
Makes
Katrina,
sense.
he apparently worked on renovating the warehouse for free. What if that allowed him to freely modify the warehouse as he pleased? That would explain
But-
why her body remained missing for 14 whole years. Then I did a little check and found out that he never went back to work after Christmas vacation ended.
You did
So
all. Okay,
what?
so that's why you're in the
would you
bathroom.
trust
so-
him?
I don't. I just decided it was worth investigating, that's all. So, I sent 2 agents to Avery's house without telling anyone. I just called in a favor from an old friend in the New Orleans branch.
No one gave you clearance for that. You think
So
you can
Smith's
just...
intelligence.
But what if Morgan's telling the truth? If he is, we're both gonna look like total clowns. Clowns who went barging into a former agent's house on completely unfounded suspicions. HQ will have a field day with us. They'll string us up as the 2 dumbest agents to have ever graced the field. I just wanted to take some precautions. And besides, if he is lying, it's still no skin off our backs, right? If things work out, we'll end up solving a difficult case that's been driving everyone crazy. Imagine that. You and me, just the 2 of us, solving a case like this. I'll be able to jump ship on this crappy job. And you'll be able to freely investigate all things San Rouge, just like you've always wanted. Besides,
Interesting.
you know that
Yeah, it
Morgan is
panned out big
Director
time.
Abraham's favorite. Even if we get into some sort of trouble, if Morgan testifies to Abraham's for us, we'll totally be in the clear.
I don't care. This isn't the way things are supposed to be done.
Well, I'm sorry, but I had no other choice. You were so engrossed in this, and
So
come
why
on,
were you forced to
you know
watch
how
him for
I am.
4 years?
Besides, saving the hostage should take priority above all else. There's no time for squabbling. We need to find Avery Smith no matter
Dude,
what
they
it
never
takes.
explained why he was forced to watch Morgan for 4 years, though.
But how?
Well,
Thanks to your heroic maneuvers, we just lost our suspect.
I know, but
I know how to find him. I should be able to see the other world, the way I am now. Just let me go. Please.
Morgan?
It's okay, my fairy. I know I can convince them.
Who the fuck is this fairy, anyways?
Aaliyah Davis. She's on edge, as she should be. Who wouldn't be after seeing this room? Please, Aaliyah Davis, let me go. This is our case to finish.
No, you aren't an agent anymore.
But you don't know how to find him. Neither of you ever could.
Oh, I'll find him. I swear on my pride as an active agent that I won't give up until I do.
Take your time, yes.
That won't get you anywhere. It's beyond you.
Shut up. You think we can't find him, but you can. Just how stupid do you think we are? If you want us to believe you, then it's about time you showed us some proof.
Okay, we're gonna actually. I wish he'd explain what's the room here.
Definitely not the best thing for them to see right now. If I saw that during an investigation, I wouldn't be able to stay calm and listen to someone either. I found the first one last autumn, a dead rat with a bud coming up out of its stomach, just like this one. A rat ate a red seed, died, and the bud sprouted. Honestly, it shocked me. Up until this point, I'd only ever seen red seeds, saplings, and big trees.
Yeah, but we already know about the saplings and how they
So
come
I
out of
decided
women's
to grow
bodies.
one of my own.
What are you talking about?
I needed to solve the mystery of the red trees. Why do they exist? But all of my sprouts died without ever growing the tiniest bit. Forget about a big tree. I couldn't even grow a single sap.
So you kept experimenting.
2 days after the seed enters a rat, it takes the rat's life. On the 3rd day, a bud sprouts up, then grows to that size after 5 more. I tested this on 137 corpses,
in only a few months?
but I was never able to grow a bud any larger than this size. I still remember what he told me. Apparently, there's a special trick to making these grow.
Human
You're totally
bodies.
insane.
Maybe. Simon's lost in thought. What will his next move be? Will he follow the plan? Or... I don't
He's gonna knock
have
her
much
out.
time left. I'm pretty sure that's why I can see the other world now. I'd lost that sense ever since the Greenvale incident, but it's back now.
So that's his
Please,
power. He lost
Will you
it.
just trust me? Come on, Simon. You'll trust me, won't you?
What?
No, Agent Jones. Remember the warning I gave you at the very beginning? You can't let him take control of the conversation.
Yeah, I know. I know.
If your story is true, then why did Avery Smith kidnap Patricia?
Patricia resembles Lise. I even got them confused once. And Lise reported being stalked by a 10-foot man.
That's Avery Smith?
Exactly.
But he's only 6'7" at best. His physical characteristics don't match the person you're talking about.
I once concluded the very same thing, but now I know. That was definitely Avery. He protected Lisa's body for the past 14 years, until you discovered his sleeping beauty.
So after losing Lisa's body, he kidnapped Patricia as a replacement? That's ridiculous. Is that really what you think happened? Even if Avery did possess that sort of mentality, it doesn't make sense. If Lise was really that
not?
important to him, he would have tried to steal her back.
Tinker York.
Not now, maybe. But certainly after she was buried.
Would you be able to go on worshipping a goddess who had been defiled by so many hands? That ice was a barrier, a shield that separated the divine from our world.
Alright, let's go to Lena S.
Helena
thing.
Doman, a.k.a. Professor R. Her complicated
Nice bag.
life only added more complications to the Lucare case. She's the one who gave the red tree a chance to take root inside her.
You said that she was the mastermind behind the tragedies in Lucare. That her convictions about the Clarkson bloodline are what started it all.
Yes, that's right.
She instigated her younger sister into killing her own niece. Then she committed suicide immediately after killing her father, hoping that Sheriff Woods would be able to complete
No, she
her
committed suicide
plan.
with killing her father. No, you're right. It is immediately after.
How could one call such an unpredictable series of events a plan? And as we saw, Sheriff Woods chose a fate that was completely different from what she envisioned.
No, he didn't. In the end, things went exactly as she planned.
What do you mean?
At a certain point, she realized that her plan was wrong, so she tried to adjust things, using me as a pawn. But then, the unexpected happened. She and I both underestimated what Avery was capable of. That's why I'm here right now trying to convince you, in order to save Patricia's life. Hey, Belle. Your hypothesis was pretty much on the mark. Last week, I went back to Lucare. Then I bought a used car and got on a train in Trenton. But not
How did
for
he
the
do it?
reason you think. I wasn't stalking Patricia. And I'd never try to kidnap her.
Then why would you go there? Why would you risk so much, especially since you knew that you were under surveillance?
Because, once again, I'm chasing Sang Rouge.
Sang Rouge?
Even after I quit the FBI, I continued to study the red trees on my own. And now, I've come to the conclusion that those red seeds and Sang Rouge both come from the
Yep.
same roots.
I figured that out
I
like at the
also
beginning of the
found
goddamn
proof that
game.
someone's inherited the original recipe. That's why I flew to Lucare, to confirm my suspicions. But I was more powerless than I ever could have imagined. I couldn't move like I used to. No badge, no gun. So, after wandering aimlessly around town, I swallowed down my torment and my weakness and left.
You expect me to believe that?
I know you've got it in you.
What's that supposed to mean?
You found Lise Clarkson's body. The one thing I never did. And only a few days after discovering the body, you came to visit me. You should be fully capable of discerning that what I'm telling you is the truth.
Talking much about oneself can also be a means to conceal oneself. You can't trick me.
More Nietzsche. Saint Rouge, suspicious drum.
What is this drum? Please don't tell me it was a tool they planned to use for the blood purge.
Sharp eyes as usual, Belle. No. It was part of an even darker ritual. I can't even bring myself to say its name. It was far more important to our case. And far more horrible, if you can believe it.
He's laughing.
What?
No, that's just a drum. A drum made from 3 empty cans, animal skins, and a fragrant pressed flower.
Like I said, what is it?
Maybe it's a souvenir?
What? You expect me to believe that?
Yep.
Avery showered me with key words. Smarty pants scientist. Why didn't I pick up on any of it? If shallow prejudice is what prevented me from taking his words seriously, then I truly am a fit. No. I know why. I was still immature as a human being.
So Avery's a lot more intelligent than we give him credit for. He was
You
faking
said that someone inherited the Saint Rouge recipe, didn't you?
his mental
Is that
disabilities.
someone Avery Smith?
It has to be. Avery used to help Professor R do research.
What? Well, that wasn't in the report.
I only realized it just now. The moment I spilled my coffee on the floor. Avery revealed that he was helping with some sort of research. But at the time, I let his confession go in one ear and out the other. Now that I look back on it, I realize it was solid proof that he was helping her produce Saint Rouge.
What makes you think that?
He had free access to the deepest parts of the cold storage warehouse.
Oh. Wait.
Meaning...
Saint Rouge needs to be produced in an extremely cold environment.
Exactly. Aaliyah Davis. You already considered this possibility, didn't you? That's why you investigated the cold storage warehouse as soon as you got to Lucare, in order to locate where Saint Rouge was being made. Then, you came across Lisa's
It all
body
comes together in
by
the end.
pure chance. Aaliyah's smart. She's top class, even within the FBI. She must understand that what I'm saying makes sense. The problem is that she's too smart. The way she is now, she'll refuse to accept anything that can't be explained with logic.
I can see that.
I understand what you're trying to say, but it's too perfect. It's too perfect, just like that report of yours. How could you come to such a detailed conclusion after spending years shut up in this room? It doesn't make sense. The only possible explanation is that you're bending the narrative in the direction you want it to go.
Why do you think I left the field for 2 years after Greenvale? That case cost me not only my best friend, but also my special talent. I never thought I'd lose something like that. But ever since then, I've been unable to solve cases using that method.
Metaphysical offender profiling.
I tried everything I
Yep.
could think of to regain my lost talent, but it never came back to me. That's why I quit working for the FBI. And without anywhere else to go, I simply spent my days seeking truth, searching for an answer I'd never find. So time continued to cruelly pass me by. Until finally, a disease started eating away at my body. I thought it was all over for me. But about half a year ago, I finally reached my conclusion. Everything started with the red seeds. He and I encountered these seeds long before we reached Greenvale. Under the seething, mind-melting sun of Louisiana. Then, for some reason, in the beginning of December, I finally regained my talent. And instantly, I could see the other world again. Get it? Through allowing the cancer cells to ravage my body, I regained the power to travel to the other side. This is the only
Do they ever
answer,
explain what type of cancer it
Maria
is?
Davis. Truth is a surprise, born from coincidence and an unknown power.
Good hit.
The Greenvale case. It awoke me. And also stole my irreplaceable best friend from me. If it weren't for that case, I might still be an FBI agent. But the case dealt such a blow to me, it shattered all those dreams.
Who do you think benefited most from the Greenvale case?
No one benefited from it. Many lives were lost. That's all.
You really believe that?
Everyone who survived was overcome with sadness, scarred for life.
Sorry.
Without exception?
Without exception. Isn't that right, my fairy?
I feel like you're the one person who benefited from the case. You were able to add a new chapter to your stunning career and earned unshakable trust from the chief.
Thank
That's
you.
what allows you to go on using his intel network as you please, even though you're retired.
Are you seriously suggesting that? Sickness is destroying my body. I feel like I'm on the verge of losing my mind, yet somehow I'm unable to forget the cases connected to those seeds, whittling down what's left of my life, chasing them. You really think I'm doing all this for nothing but self-interest? Is that really what you're saying? Melvin's cheerful exterior betrayed all the darkness. His happy-go-lucky personality was probably just his way of coping with reality. It all
I can see
makes
that.
sense. Now I understand why he kept insulting Lena. Melvin wasn't the Fool King.
What?
Many different
was.
characters pop up in Lena's journal, and I mistook one of them for someone else.
What are you talking about?
After Simon hit me and I fainted, I had a dream. Now I'm convinced I'm the Fool King. The Fool King was always
I
meant
can
to
see
be an
that.
outsider who suddenly arrived in Lucare. And the man she felt a need to eliminate wasn't me, but Avery. Lena realized her plan was on the verge of falling apart. She also guessed that I would be able to save Patricia from Melvin. The one worry that remained in her heart was leaving Patricia behind, and how her life would play out from that point on. Especially since she would be left behind with Avery, the large, childlike man who's beyond anyone's control. She wrote that journal entry hoping that I, the Fool King, would be capable of stopping Avery.
That's an interesting way of
And
interpreting
she wrote it in a specific way in order to try and rouse me to action. Lena and Melvin both entrusted me with their daughter, so please, just let me go. It's my duty to protect her.
Red seeds on the wall. This feels more like a friggin' visual novel
What
at this
came
point.
first? The seed or the fruit? Who cares? To me, those red seeds are the beginning and the end of it all.
Those things are
Two
huge.
bizarre cases derailed your life. It must have been extremely painful. You have my deepest condolences, but that doesn't put you in the clear. You're still a suspect.
A suspect? For what? Patricia isn't here.
The murders of Sheriff Melvin Woods, their bodies were never recovered. Katrina carried them away, along with many other lives. Aside from that report you wrote, there's nothing that proves your innocence.
Hey, let's not jump to conclusions here.
Oh, I'm not. I also suspect there's a possibility that he murdered individuals connected to other cases that he's worked on. The Greenvale
What the
report
fuck?
bears the same inconsistencies as this one, and both cases are filled with victims whose deaths were never witnessed.
Stop.
Wow.
Don't say another word. If you so much as mention her name,
If I mention it, then what?
you will pay.
Hey, it's Twinkle.
Twinkle, my fairy. Don't look at me that way. I know how talented she is. I completely agree with you on that one. But I can't hand everything off to her just yet. Can you just let me get my way one last time? Belle. No. Special Agent Aaliyah Davis.
Do they have to
You're
say special
exceptionally
agent? What's the difference
talented,
between
I
agent and
admit.
special?
You found Lisa's body, then discovered the red seeds all on your own. You even noticed that there was someone else in this room. You've got amazing intuition. You're a hunter with an extremely keen sense of smell, but you still can't perceive the other world the way you are now. That's all there is to it.
How are you going to make her see it?
Simon,
Is the fairy going to
look
literally
inside
unlock
that
this key?
trash can.
Huh? The trash can?
It's right behind you. Then you'll know for sure that I'm telling the truth.
The fuck?
We told you not to touch the sanctuary!
What is this?
That is a horrible bathroom.
What's on that receipt? What is it, Agent Jones?
FK. Oh, holy crap. Huh.
Contact a local agent and have them investigate Avery Smith's home. There are still agents investigating the Lucare area, right? Trust me. That's where Patricia Clarkson is.
Trust you? Where's your proof?
Ask Aaliyah Davis. Ask her about the name of the person who tipped her off.
What do you mean?
You're from Chicago, and you love pizza, right? Especially deep dish pizza, smothered in cheese.
What does
That's what I
this
had for
have
lunch,
to do
seriously.
with pizza?
Just ask her, and ask her why she decided to take this case in the first place. Got it? Pizza will never betray you. So you need to trust it, too.
What's going on?
How could you have known that I would come here with her?
I didn't. I just bet on you.
God damn it.
Hey! Tell me what's going on right now, Agent Jones.
Thank you, my fairy. Car key, Simon.
Let me go.
Don't worry. Just trust in the pizza. I'm the anonymous tipper. FK.
It's on the corner of 3rd Street. 69 Pontiac GTO.
You've got excellent taste. Lend me your gun, too.
Agent Jones! Don't you see what you're doing here? This is a severe obstruction of justice. You're violating the FBI code.
Yeah, Aaliyah, I know, but pizza will never betray me.
Pizza?
Tell Abraham
What
to
the
prepare
fuck
a
is
private
going
jet for me
on?
at the airport. I know Robert won't turn his back on me.
Wait, Morgan, are you serious? The chief would never lend out a private jet to a civilian like,
I have to leave you for a bit, my fairy. They'll be fine. They'll figure it all out.
Did anyone else notice that the
York,
fairy stole the keys
Can
for
you
him?
hear me? I'm going to go finish the job you started. That makes us even, okay?
Since the beginning of this thing, the fairy's always been there, but only he
York,
could see him.
she
And now that
really
we're
is
playing
a
as him, we can
genius
see the
agent.
fairy again.
She's probably going to end up being an even better agent than we were. She just needs more experience under her belt. She's still only pursuing the world she can see with her naked eye. She needs to experience more frustration. She needs to strengthen herself. On the other hand, Simon's much smarter than he looks. No wonder he was able to go on watching us for 4.5 years. All that struggling under the surface paid off in the end. Do you want to know why he decided to start trusting me? It's simple. It's all because of the name I used to send the tip to the FBI. It's the name of that pizza parlor, the Chicago-style place with those trademarked crimson boxes. Franklin's Kitchen. FK.
Oh, fuck you.
Yet again. They've got the best deep dish pizza in the area. Both Simon and I love that place. That's why I told him, pizza will never betray you. Will it, York?
All right. It's time to finish this. Do they ever explain why he's supposed to be being watched for 4 years? And they couldn't even bother updating the map. Oh, granted, it's only been 5 years. I mean, 15 years, so it wouldn't be that different.
Ugh. York, it's almost time. Let's finish this. I'll be there soon. Watch my back, will you? This is going to be my final battle. So I'm this far gone.
I wonder if this is the end of the
but
game.
Unlike 14 years ago, I feel more at home in this world now.
Yeah, but she didn't take an interest into him until recently. She only started taking interest in him after the murder, like Lisa's body showed up. Am I going straight into combat, or am I going to have to fight things? Probably should have bought food and stuff. I got food and stuff from 20 years ago. I wonder if that stuff is still in my inventory. Yeah, well. This is not a cold storage warehouse.
Ah, curse you. Oh. Curse. Void.
Okay, I don't see anything in this room. Coffee, milk, coffee, antidote, yes. Oh shit. So I gotta go through all the old areas again.
There's no hurts, don't it? There's hurts, don't it? Ah, curse. Are you
Nice song. At least we're getting different enemies now. We can see what they finally look like, but I'm getting tired of the other realm in this game. That's kind of weird to say because I love the other realm in the other game. I never found it boring. time and time again. Yeah, I'm gonna try the Oddworlds next. I've never played the Oddworld games. They sound fun. There's only 3 enemy types. Scissorman, Doorman, and Hot Chick, from what I can tell. And bosses. Let's not forget the bosses. And there's no other weapons in the game. You just have the pistol, which you equip with, like, oh look, I can give it fire ammo. Which didn't do shit when I gave it to it, so I decided to stop using it. Unless there was something I was missing. Because I never fully upgraded the fire ammo. Yeah, the crabs aren't technically an enemy. They're just something that is spawned by the other enemies. Oh, hi. Kind of like the tentacles are spawned by the women. That makes a lot of sense in the long run. No, it doesn't. Did I just see a naked woman fall from the sky? Like, seriously, there's no point in exploring the whole thing. You're just given enough items to survive constantly. Here's more health. Here's more health. And what game are you playing, Warbird, at this time that you're bitching about, buddy? Oh, shit. We've been playing for 2.5 hours. Oh, yeah. Oh, this does not look good. Oh. Yep, the rafters and ramparts suck. I will give that to Warbird. Warbird has the right to bitch for that reason. I will give that fully to him. Probably should have baited on me my character run better, but I never bothered. See, I like the first game better, where you had more than just a pistol. Like the first game, you had shotgun, pistol, melee weapons. None of that's in this game. Bullshit can suck my balls. That's also where I got my favorite weapon, though. Oh, good. Those guys poison you. Even better. It's raining women. Hallelujah, it's raining women.
Curse. Void. Are you in pain? Do you want to hurt? Void.
Alright, Warbird, calm down now. Yep. I like their Mardi Gras designs.
Are you in pain? Don't it? Do you want to die?
Way too much money at the end of the game. Beep beep. See, I like the first game though, where you're hiding from the murderer, the raincoat murderer. Chasing you in the hallways. All this one is just running between areas. The door ones are pretty cool though, I'm just gonna say that. Elevator to the next level. Well, once again, the game is based in Louisiana, just outside of New Orleans. Oh, you can see them up there. And they're dropping first aid kits and coffee. Please open the door.
Curse. Are you in pain?
I hate that point. That's numb shit. It's the only thing that makes no sense in this game. Oh, look, I'm numb. I can't throw a punch anymore. Yeah, I can see slightly where it comes from. Alright, Warbird, we've said I asked you to stop it now, so please stop it. Okay.
You're powerless. I'll show you.
I'd say the game's about 20 hours long, maybe. There's a lot of waiting around doing nothing, which is my problem. I did a lot of stupid things. We'll see. This is the final dungeon, though, so... If you don't want spoilers, then get the fuck out of here. But I don't care. I like you being around. People should always be around. Oh, look at all those heal kits. I have more than enough heal kits for the final boss.
Show you what's beyond us.
I do like the crab blocks. Those things are badass. Their design is absolutely cool. Door guy wants to spawn right now and run fast. Like in the other game, you got bonus money for killing any monster in your way. And your gun could just hold you through. Here it's just, ugh. You get nothing. Good night, sir. Here's this area again, which we weren't allowed to fully explore back at the first beginning of the game. The seeds behind you, dude.
I can feel it, York. There's something in this room. What do you say we gather up some puzzle pieces for old time's sake?
The fuck happened to Avery?
So it really was you, Avery. I finally found the 10-foot-tall giant. Lena once said that the red soul could enhance people's unique characteristics. In your case, it must have enhanced your physical characteristics.
That looks like
Personally, though, I don't
tumors.
think enhance is the right word here. This is simply a physical mutation caused by a drug overdose.
Yeah, that looks like giant tumors everywhere.
An artificial heart-lung machine. And this tank's filled with some sort of liquid. If it isn't frozen at this temperature, it must be a non-freezing liquid. What was he using this for?
Do you not recognize the same things that were being pumped into the friggin'...
Cryo? Did he replace Lisa's bodily fluids with this stuff? It's absolutely insane.
Yeah, that's St. Rouge, again.
This juice.
Pure and undiluted.
Lise Clarkson, the first victim of the Lucari case. I never thought she'd remain trapped in ice for 14 whole years. Hey, York, why didn't we work harder to find her? I regret it from the bottom of my heart now.
I'll protect you forever. Yup.
Giant ass feet. Giant ass feet. Yeti feet, man.
Smiled. She's smiling at me. Yup. Lisa's smiling. She's smiling. No one ever comes here. Yup.
Mutation. They already said it. It's tumorous growth / mutation due to overdosing on the red shit on the right.
Hide Lisa here. This is for your sake, Lisa. So I can protect you. Yup.
Avery trapped Lise here in that massive block of ice. He made his own personal altar that no one would ever find.
Or so he
And that
thought.
liquid must be the solution that Saint Rouge is made from. He used that to keep her body from decomposing.
I thought the ice would keep it from decomposing anyways, kind of like a giant mammoth.
Oh, Red, I knew it, York. Our battle began the moment we first visited this town.
Oh no.
A trail of seeds. What are these huge crab legs doing here? Or are they shrimp legs? Not that it matters. We need to find Patricia. One of the key ingredients to
legs.
Cajun cuisine. Utterly wasted. I should have taken a couple of boxes home with me when I first came here.
Yep.
Were these frozen oysters? Hard to tell now. After the hurricane, no one entered this warehouse for a long time.
He never got rid of them.
The Holy Trinity paste. Somehow this lone box is completely undamaged. Is there divine power at play here? Somehow I doubt it. I've had enough of those fairy tales. He's got a strong
Let's go
grip,
back into house.
strong enough to crush a steel door. This must be the entrance to the Smarty Pants scientist's lab.
He has back tits. Oh, are you shitting me? They're gonna make me go through a hotel one again? Come on.
You're powerless. Are you in pain? Do you want to die? You're powerless. You can't do. I'll show you. Void.
I'm not gonna lie. The action segments are actually just as boring as the normal segments. That's kind of annoying. Door open. Door open. For the love of God, open the damn door. The silver ones are the problem. Not only does he see a fairy flying around his apartment, but he has other problems too. Could they have used a different entrance area? There we go. Faster, faster. Really, you're not gonna open for me now? Well, fuck you too.
Are you in pain? Do you want to die? Void.
It makes sense. That's why I gotta put some killer ass fans in. Oh god, this does not. More bullets, please.
I'll show you.
Oh, good. We got cold. How the hell did we get a cold? It's like the very end of the game, we finally got a cold for some reason.
Curse. Don't. Curse. Void.
Are you gonna... Thank you. Rubber bullets, first aid kit. Run for the door. Don't care about anything. Oh, this is a boss door. Absolutely a boss door. And you all see it, right? Come on, Avery, say hello. Let's see how insane this is going to be. Yep, smarter pants, yep. Oh, Jesus Christ, look at him. Look at all those creepy tumorous growths on him.
Avery Smith. After all this time, I found my way back to you. Back to the truth about just how special Lise was to you. They mentioned you
Kind of looks like Frankenstein's
so many
monster.
times. Mrs. Carpenter, Alexis. But I didn't catch on. I completely glossed over the monstrous karma you've accumulated. You met the goddess together with Professor R's red soul. And you obeyed them, just as the goddess ordered. But then, the goddess died. You lost everything, and you went out of control.
Lumpy man, yes.
So, Professor R decided to give you something special. Lisa's body. You didn't steal the body. She gave it to you, didn't she?
They stole Lise, my goddess.
So as no one knows that he's growing into this giant tumor-ridden body yet?
No goddess. No Lise. So sad. Hate being alone. Makes me sad. I'm
Don't you love it when a character depicts how he's feeling out loud verbally? It sounds like that dude can't poop. Yeah, he can't poop so much as building up in his legs and shoulders.
Trisha. Patricia.
Is that a thermometer he's wearing?
Yup. I still got Patricia. Lisa and Patricia. So alike.
I thought it was a portable CD player for the longest time period, but why would he upgrade to like a DVD, like a MP3 player by now?
Goddess is still with me.
Yeah, you might want to get those tumors looked at, or at least popped, or something like that. You might want to get them expelled.
Where's
or whatever you wanna
Patricia?
whatever that term is. Expressed. Those are some badass tattoos on his eyes, dude. Seriously. Good point.
It's not too late for you, Avery. Turn yourself in. Stop now, and I'll even testify for you. That's right.
Angry.
It's not your fault.
Not my fault.
Yes. You were just being used.
I was used. No. No one used me. I'm the guardian.
Which one? The red-faced guardian or the guardian who protects the friggin' source?
She's mine.
Hi, buddy.
Patricia's my new goddess! My new lease! I guarded lease, but couldn't crush your butter! New goddess! Give me power! Now you die, meanie! What happened?
Did anyone see a giant black bar appear on the screen right there?
Pants, so I don't know.
Jeez, yes, okay, yes. He's a William Birkin at this point. Oh my God, you're right. He is just almost a time. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Patricia.
Form 2. Incubation period. fuck?
Avery,
Okay.
so that's your new altar. Sorry, but that religion won't last much longer. Trisha's coming with me.
I wonder if his weakness is his crotch. Come on. Come on. Slap me. Why is he turning into a little kid? Unless that's because of his mentality.
Stop it!
Disaster aversion bonus.
Bad. I don't want to die.
Yeah, he is a giant man child. I'm guessing this is 10-foot form right there. That's terrifying. What was just expunged out of him? Hey Patty, how you doing? Hope you're well, girl.
Patricia, you've become such a beautiful young woman.
Oh no. What's the breach of contract?
Why are you here? I didn't ask you to come here. What do you think you're doing?
I'm...
Trying to act like some big hero?
No.
You never change. Always butting into people's problems. You wouldn't even let me die back then!
What?
Do you know how much pain I had to suffer because of you? Thanks to you, I had to live out 14 more years in hell.
But...
Who do you think you are anyway? You should have just let me die!
I could never do that. I could never just stand there and let you die. Never. Never.
Well, you should have.
But...
Why is her hair blonde now?
You should have just let me die! Just like you did with all the others. You let them all die!
Stop. Stop it.
No, I won't. You built up such a towering mountain of corpses.
No!
Yes, you did! You're possessed by death!
No. I'm not. I did it for the sake of justice.
Is that why you let her die? For the sake
Okay, I
of
hate the fact that they point out that
justice.
one
say
girl,
it.
one
Please.
woman, he barely
Whatever you
knew.
do, just don't say her name.
Emily Wyatt.
No!
And his fairy dies.
Wyatt.
He barely knew Emily, for fuck's sake,
Damn
in
it.
my opinion.
Damn it.
Like, he knew her for, like, the 2
couldn't
weeks he was in town in Greenville.
Yet I survived. I lived on to accomplish nothing. Damn it, York. Please. Just take me. Take me to the other side. York?
No, it's me, Zach.
Kaysen.
Oh, no.
Oh, don't give me that look, Zach. I'm awful sorry I'm not York. But I can still save you. I could even take you over to the other side, if that's what you really want. Come on.
What the fuck?
Give me your hand, old buddy. I'll lead you to where you need to go. Just like a lighthouse that guides ships through the dark, abyssal night.
No. 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 What the fuck?
Oh, welcome, Zach, to the Red World. You become such a fine monster. Lena and George can never hold a candle to you. They really disappointed me, you know? Especially Lena. I can't...
She's finally awake.
Stop right there!
He can see her.
Is that you, Morgan?
That's Shrug!
Don't
Maybe.
move another muscle. Francis Zach Morgan, your story, your reasoning, I accept most of it. So just put your hands down and give it up. I'll take it from here.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey. She ain't half bad. She can't see this world, but she still managed to find her way here using nothing but her nose. She's like a genius pianist who can play Chopin without looking at any sheet music. She's got potential. Isn't that right, Zach?
Are they going to make her the new main character?
I just got a nugget of an idea. I know the perfect way to use her.
Why is he dancing? What am I supposed to be doing?
So many leases. No. Cold pillow. Smells good. Smells so good.
Alrighty. The fact that Zach became a monster is different.
Stop! Get away from her!
No!
Except for that giant weak point on his front. Exactly. Yeah, he did become a
You're
badass
Zack?
tree monster.
Special Agent Zack? You came to save me. Didn't you?
Hey, Patricia. You've grown so much. Did you change your hair color? It looks great on you. Good. Good. Looks like I made it.
Zack,
Trisha. I don't have much time left. I'm just glad I got to see how much you've grown before it all ends.
what are you saying?
Aww.
Don't be stupid.
Don't worry. When I die, so will this tragedy. I always knew it.
No, it won't. Kaysen will still
He
be
and
alive.
I are two sides of the same coin. We've always been one in the same. If I disappear, so will he. You don't
Oh.
need to worry. Patricia, you can be happy now.
No, you're not allowed to do that. The contract's still in effect. Here, look at this. Was this all a big lie? I promised to protect you from all the evil in our world. You need to uphold the contract. Zack, you saved my life. You're the only reason I'm alive right now. That one time when I wouldn't stop crying, remember what you said? Our world is filled with pain. Evil, violence, betrayal, jealousy, lies. Unseen despair is always waiting for a chance to paralyze us. Sometimes you might feel like you'd be better off dead. But you can't give up. Never forget. Your life is your own. Those words freed me from the chains of my destiny. If it weren't for you, I would have died a long time ago.
I hope to God that we're two sides of the same coin.
Please,
He wasn't
Zack,
talking about
I still
Kaysen,
need
because that
this
would be bullshit.
contract. Please keep
Because
protecting
Kaysen
me.
existed well before all of this.
Morgan! Get away from her!
Wait, you're misunderstanding.
Get away before I count to 3, or I'll shoot! 1,
No! Listen to me!
2, 3!
No!
Patricia!
It's gonna end soon enough, Warbird. It's gonna end soon enough.
It can't be. Is this a miracle? Oh, God. I don't even know what to say.
Hi.
You've become quite the crybaby since I last saw you, Zach. Hi there. Good to see you again, Patty.
Who are
York.
you?
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Agent York? You're with the FBI? Just like Zach?
Yes, that's right. I'm Zach, and Zach is me.
So does he introduce himself as Zach or York to people?
I feel like I've always known about you two. Just what are you?
We're your old friends, Patty. Now and forever.
It's time to party. Why is he dancing?
Aim carefully, sister. Aim carefully, sister. Aim carefully, sister.
Freeze!
Aim carefully, sister.
Seriously, what the fuck? Look at him!
And you.
Aim carefully, sister.
Freeze!
Okay, seriously, this final boss is a dancing fat guy.
Aim carefully, sister.
I'm warning you.
Aim.
Patricia Clarkson, I'm here to save you. One, two, three!
Yes. I'm poison, antidote.
One, two, three! So I'll shoot you!
Aim carefully.
Freeze!
Aim carefully, sister.
Freeze!
Seriously, his fluttering around is ridiculous.
You are the suspect, Morgan. Your resistance is futile. Your fate is sealed.
How? Oh, my power.
Very true. Yeah, but Kaysen's still just a puppet to the dog, which according to the creators anyways. I don't know if that's totally changed or not, but... Hi, Kaysen. Been a while. Well, hopefully totally destroyed him now. Oh, I agree, Warbird. At least he's not a giant monkey this time.
Red Tree!
Ew.
Zach! Hey, Zach! Wake up! Zach! No! You can't die here! Please, Zach! York, please!
And why not?
Save Zach! I know you can save him!
Death is inevitable, Patricia. It descends upon us all equally. All life dies in the end, and no one can change that.
But we're finally together again! This isn't fair! Come on! Fulfill the contract!
Okay, that doesn't
Sorry,
sound
but
right.
This is an extenuating
The
circumstance.
we're finally together again doesn't sound like... You guys know what I'm going here, right?
Sign a new one with me! This contract isn't
I mean, she's an
valid
adult.
anymore.
She can love who
Now,
she
I'm going
wants.
to protect you from all the evil in the world. And I plan on keeping my promise. So you're not allowed to die before I do. Go on.
So is she the new
Sign
player
the
character,
contract.
then, if she's
Come
going
on,
to take over the
sign it.
contract?
Now!
Are you sure you're prepared for everything that entails? You can only break the rules once.
So what rules are we talking about?
Listen to me, Patricia. When Zach wakes up, I want you to tell him something. This is our final farewell. Thank you so much for all you've done. Over all those years, you never forgot about me, did you? It's been so long since we've seen each other, but I know you always kept me in your heart.
So did he envision himself
That's
as
what
York
kept
the
me
entire
alive.
time whenever he was solving
I owe
cases?
it all to you, Zach. Thank you. And goodbye.
No, York gave up his soul, if he even had one, for Zach's. He's back to normal. Wouldn't they freeze to death if they're in a cold storage warehouse?
Thank you. Thank you, York. Thank you. Thank you.
He who fights with monsters should see to it that he himself does not become a monster. And if you gaze long into an abyss, the abyss also gazes into you.
Shush up. How much is supernatural and how much is he just making up in his mind is the question. The heck?
Much blood was shed, and many precious lives were lost. Avery Smith was indicted on 11 charges, including kidnapping Patricia Clarkson, illegally disposing of Lise Clarkson's corpse, and distributing the illegal substance known as Sang Rouge. He's currently serving a term of 381 years at a state prison in Angola, Louisiana. His first possible scheduled review for parole could happen in 127 years at the earliest. Aaliyah Davis's assistance in solving the case was officially acknowledged, and she was transferred to the DC HQ. Thanks to Boston Chief Robert Abraham's support, she was officially allowed to join the Sang Rouge Investigative Task Force. Later, it was reported that her younger brother began to show small signs of recovery from his addiction. Simon Jones was finally freed from his mission to monitor a certain ex-agent and returned to the Boston
was he supposed
ranch.
to monitor?
He was given a brand new computer and put back on data analysis, but never worked another big case. Instead, he spends most of his time at the office doing Sudoku. And so, after 14 long years, the curtain on this gruesome case was finally closed. Lucare still suffers from the aftermath of the plan set into motion by Professor R, aka Helena Doman. She was clearly smart enough to restore the Clarksons' empire on her own, yet she never tried to. The true reason behind her tragic downfall remains shrouded in mystery. A person's life can be greatly affected by the tiniest of anomalies, such as buttoning the wrong shirt button. Just like how this genius, who once inspired great expectations, went on to become infamous as one of the South's most inhuman criminals. And now, after a very long time, life is finally starting to return to Lucare.
Directed by Swery. Hello? Oh, wow.
I stole this from Professor R's lab.
He's looking better.
I figured you would.
I've read through it dozens of times, but it still doesn't make sense to me. I mean, at some point her plan started to collapse, right? Otherwise, I probably would have been killed early on. But here I am, alive and breathing.
Oh, look at all the other cases he
The
has.
stalker who harassed me for years has been arrested too. Not only that, but now I have a brand new life waiting for me as heir to the Clarkson Empire. Both Lucare and the Clarkson's industries are finally showing signs of recovering. It's just hard for me to believe that this all went according to her plan.
Yes, I understand how you feel. No matter how you look at it, things couldn't possibly have ended up perfectly in accordance with her plan.
How can you be sure of that?
You earned a new life for yourself through the effort you put into it. It definitely wasn't something that Lena gave to you. You made this life possible. You didn't do it all on your own, of course. You were only able to come this far thanks to everyone who supported you along the way. Could anyone really believe that Lena was the one who orchestrated all this? There's no way. I'm positive. All the people you've met thus far and all the things you've experienced created the person you are now. Lena's just one of those people and nothing more.
You really think so?
Still, York and I both fell for that message of hers. Maybe her plan really is still moving forward after all.
Stop joking around. I'm seriously concerned about this.
Wait, is he chatting with York?
Sorry, Patty.
What am I going to do with you, Zach?
How is he texting?
By the way,
how is he
did you
texting
change your hair
York?
color back in order to signify some important decision you made?
Yeah, I guess I did. After losing everything, I finally found my true self. So I've decided to accept everything that comes to me from this point on.
I think that color looks great on you.
Really? Thanks, Zach. I'll never give up. I'm determined to overcome my cursed blood, whatever it takes.
And you will. That's why York chose you to be his assistant, you know. He always knew you had it in you.
Wow, he really thought that highly of me? Suddenly I feel really motivated now. This is crazy. I don't even know what I should get started with first.
Now that's the Patricia Clarkson I know.
Oh, I got it. I want to go and get one of Alexis's chocolate sundaes.
Not a bad idea. They are to die for.
Yeah, they're like the
Please
deadly
just shut up.
premonition of ice cream.
I like the texting on the right. That is
So long,
hilarious.
Zach. I'll come visit you next summer. Louisiana summers are just too hot for me to handle.
You're always welcome here. Bye now.
Did ya? Ha 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 ha. Hey, he cleaned up his house.
Feels like today is going to be another wonderful day. Now, time for some coffee. No
Is
matter
the
what
animation
plan
way
is,
higher quality now?
Coffee should always come first. Isn't that right, Emily?
The animation is way higher than it has ever been through the entire rest of the game at these points. Like the lip syncing, the facial animation, everything. What? Even here. The drum lets him configure his router, yes. There, we beat it. Did I get any penalties this time? No penalties. Yeah, I had to just not fight. I was getting tired of the dungeons at that point. And I think I almost fell asleep. I was about to take an hour break because I was falling asleep in the first half of the stream. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Aww! Look! It's a picture of him and friggin' Patricia now. That's beautiful. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And as always, if you enjoyed the show, feel free to have send a donation. If I've earned a donation for my time presenting to you, please scroll the video, click the donate button, leave whatever the heck you think I'm worth. Any amount whatsoever help me out greatly. You can also send bits and subscribe, or if you're on YouTube, feel free to like and subscribe. I'll be up for a bit longer, being a total idiot, so sweet dreams while going to bed. As always, guys, stay awesome and wonderful. Good night, all. Good